what are some of the coolest or favorite projects or crazy stories? What are some of your favorite things that you've had the opportunity to work on?
Yeah.
And why? Why?
So the first thing that pops up. So when I was over on the waste side of the house, one of the things that we'd work on is like nuclear decommissionings.
Oh.
And so one of the units that was a project of mine was the largest, heaviest unit to ever move on rail in North America.
Like a nuclear unit, you're saying?
So it was a pressure vessel.
Oh.
So like the pressurized vessel from the reactor where like they can't cut it up because it just gets more scary.
Oh,
So
really?
you've got to travel as is.
Yeah.
And so it didn't go that far. And I don't want to talk specifics on it. But that was I would say like kind of the pinnacle, like, yeah, I've made it in dimensional. Like I've done this really awesome project.
You said it was the largest and heaviest object ever moved on rail?
I want to say it was like 1.1 million pounds or something like that.
So I know with like trucking, you'll see those trucks that are like extra wide and extra long. I have a buddy from high school that moves these ginormous trucks across the country. Did you have to modify and things like that with the rail car?
They had a specialized rail car. It had 36 axles.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it could move like 10 miles an hour.
You don't want to get stuck waiting for the train to cross on that train.
Right. Yeah. Well, and the cool thing about that was we had to get really deep into the weeds of like, okay, like we only want to operate this during daylight hours, right?
Yeah.
So you've got essentially like a curfew for like, hey, we're going to move from point A to point B during this day one. And then day two, we're going to go from point B to C, right? And so you've got to really plan that out. And okay, if we go over to this bridge, we've got to lift and shift it so it doesn't hit the bridge. And, you know, make sure we position it because it had like hydraulics on it. It was really fascinating to figure out like what questions you need to ask so this thing doesn't like hit something.
Yeah.